Recently, Marques Houston has faced backlash due to allegations of grooming and his marriage. However, he has since provided his own explanation. According to Marques, his actions were a result of the influence of Chris Stokes, a music industry figure who forced him into a homosexual relationship. This traumatic experience has had a significant impact on Marques' future relationships. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at Marques Houston reveals Chris Stokes forced him into a gay affair. Yeah, you heard it right. At 37 years of age, Marques married his 20-year-old girlfriend, sparking scrutiny over the significant age difference and the circumstances surrounding their relationship. This was not the first time Marques faced accusations of grooming, as fellow B2K member Razby claimed to have experienced similar treatment. However, Marques denies his allegations and believes that Razby is making false claims for attention and to maintain his fame and fortune after being removed from the group. He's the kind of person who would probably greet someone and congratulate them on their achievements, as seen when he congratulated someone on their movie. Publicity is not something he actively seeks. However, Razby is not the only victim of Marques' abuse. Another young singer, Quentin Tarver, accused Marques of assault and forcing him into sexual acts while under the guardianship of Chris Stokes. In a graphic interview, Tarver described an incident of assault where he was allegedly forced into sexual acts by Marques while Stokes watched from behind his bed in a Studio City residence. Tarver was vocal about the abuse that occurred at the hands of Chris Stokes, stating that Stokes would sometimes abuse the boys himself or force them to have a gay affair with Marques. Tarver expressed his disgust with the situation and how he was made to participate, feeling sickened by the experiences. Marques was just under the influence of Chris Stokes from a young age, having been signed into his band at just 10 years old. Chris had a significant impact on Marques and would ask him to do things without question. Chris was a sick individual who even sicked Marques on Tarver and asked to touch him. The situation was deeply disturbing and sheds light on the darker side of the music industry. He was manipulated and persuaded by Chris Stokes. In becoming a perpetrator, Razby's brother discusses the house where Marques and Chris did the unthinkable to the young boys in their care. This is the location where Razzles was standing when he stated in the video that this is where everything occurred, when Marques Houston molested him and Chris Stokes molested the other boys. Chris was always here and a pedophile who abused his position and influence. Manager of these young boys forced them into sexual acts and no one could say anything because their careers were in his hands. I and Boo were in a room together. Chris Stokes forced us to do things together. Marques began having relationships with men at an early age, all because of one man, Nick. Stokes Chris is a groomer and he molests every young boy he takes under his wing. Marques is just one of the many boys abused by Chris. Chris was coerced into homosexual relationships. Marques lived with Chris in a one-bedroom apartment when he was a young man. The apartment was incredible, but there was only one bedroom. Two mature men, a young man, and an older man had to sleep in the bathtub. It was expected that Marques would be under Chris's care as his mentor and manager. However, Chris violated boundaries with Marques, who had little choice due to Chris's role in launching his career. Razby's brother expressed regret for not protecting his brother and Marques from the abuse they suffered under Chris. Chris Stokes even made them take showers with other boys. Despite this, Chris was unafraid of being held accountable for his actions, as evidenced by his release of a videotape showing him and Marques sharing a bedroom. In a call with Razby, Chris admitted to his past behavior, but claimed to have stopped such action. I failed to protect him as I should have. You know what I mean? That was years ago, and I don't engage in such activities anymore. However, it's evident that Chris has connections in the industry and is influential, which is why nobody wants to confront him or help Razby. When asked about allegations, Chris quickly diverted the conversation and denied all the claims, labeling the victims as liars out to get his money. He showed no remorse for his actions and even tried to blame the victims for their circumstances. Chris claimed that he was not gay, had been married for 16 years, had 4 children, and was not a child molester. He threatened to sue those making the allegations against him. Stokes also pointed out that since B2K disbanded, they had done nothing and relied on his financial support. Despite this, Marques continued to defend Chris, even though he clearly abused him. It begs the question of why Marques would continue to defend his abuser. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.